Welcome to Agricultural Development Trust, Sharda Bai Pawar, Mahila Arts Commerce Science College, Sharda Nagar, Baramati. I am Professor Poonam Mishra, brought for you the subject Secretarial Practice, in which we are learning chapter number 2, Sources of Corporate Finance. Students, students, we had started the sources of borrowed capital. Okay, so in that till now we have seen the first borrowed capital debenture. Under that we saw the features of debentures, we saw the types of debentures, and after that we saw the second type of borrowed capital, that is acceptance of deposits. Now students, we will see the third type of borrowed capital, that is bond. So let's understand what is bond, students. Bond is a debt security. Why it is debt security? Because it comes under the borrowed capital. So it is a debt security, debt instrument. It is a formal contract. So what exactly the bond is? Bond is a contract, student. Okay, so bond is a contract to repay the borrowed money with the interest. Bond is a loan. Okay, so we can also say that bond is a loan, it is an agreement, it is a debt security. The holder of the bond is a lender to the institution. We all know, students, that debenture holder, bond holder, deposit holder, all holders are the lender. Lender means loan giver to the institution, to the company, to the firm. They are the lender, they are the creditor. Lender has another name, that is creditor. So he is a creditor of the company. He gets the fixed rate of interest. So the person who will contribute to the borrowed capital, it means who will invest in the types of borrowed capital, they will get the interest. And the person who will invest in the own capital, that is shares and equity and preference, they will get the dividend. So this is the difference, student, you should keep in your mind. Now we are learning the third type of borrowed capital. So all the bonds have a maturity date. So even the debenture have a maturity date, it is repaid on the maturity date. Deposit has a maturity date. Likewise, bond is also having the maturity date. Due date is mentioned on the bond contract or certificate. So the payment or repayment of the bond will be done on the maturity date and is paid in cash at a certain date in future, and it is paid in cash only on a certain date, the date which is mentioned on the contract in future. So according to Webster dictionary, the definition of bond can be: a bond is an interest bearing certificate. Bond is nothing but the certificates. All the capital, all types of capital will have their own certificate, students. So bond, for enter into the bond contract, the holder of the bond also will get the certificates. So bond is an interest bearing certificate issued by the government. But see the difference, student, it is issued by the government or the business firm, means government also issues the bond, permitting to pay the holder a specific sum at a specific date. Thus a company borrows money, take a loan and issued the bond as a evidence of the debt. So company take a loan from the public and give them bond certificate. Interest is payable on the bond at the fixed interval. Fixed interval means yearly, student, or on a maturity of the bond. Okay, so there are two types of payment of interest. Either they can give it on a fixed interval, means every year, or it will be given directly at the time of repayment of bond amount, it means on the maturity date. So from this explanation we can point out the four features of the bond. In that, the first feature of the bond is nature of finance. So what kind of money it is, what kind of finance it is? It is a loan, it is a debt. It is a loan means it is a debt finance, students. Okay, and it provide a long term finance. It what provide? It provide the long term finance. The bond can be issued for longer period. Deposit are issued for a shorter period, Likewise, bond are for the longer period, say 5 years, 10 years, 25 years and 50 years students. Next feature of the bond is status. You know what is the status of bondholder. If the person has purchased the bond, he is a creditor of the company. He cannot be a shareholder. So the bondholders are the creditors. Since they are the creditor and non-owners, they are not entitled to participate in the general meeting. Means only the owner, means equity shareholder, are the real owner. So they have only the right to attend the general meeting and vote at the meetings. So they have no voting rights, hence no participation in the management. So what is the status of bondholders? Since they are the creditor, they cannot participate in the management, they cannot participate in the general meeting of the company. Return on bonds. What is return on bonds? You know students, interest is paid to the bondholder. So the bondholder get the fixed rate of interest. It is payable at a regular interval, means yearly basis on the maturity of bond. Repayment. Is the bonds repayment is sure? Yes, it is fixed that the bonds investment amount will be repaid to the bondholder without fail. So bond have a specific maturity date on which the principal amount is repaid to the bondholder. So students, let's move further. Now we will see the fourth type of borrowed capital. Students, you will think that it is little difficult concept. No, it's very easy concept. ADR, GDR, American Depository Receipt and Global Depository Receipt. What it is? It is also a type of borrowed capital. As of now, we have understood all types of borrowed capital in which we can in which as a investor we can invest in India only. It means in debenture, in bonds, in public deposit. But ADR or GDR are for the foreign country student. Sometimes the person has done many investment in India. Now that person wants to invest, wants to take the membership in the foreign company. Okay, so he wants to invest in the foreign market, foreign stock market. Okay, as of now, people who are investing in debenture, equity shares, preference shares, bond, these all are traded in the Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange, which is also known as a stock market. Stock market is regulated by the Security Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI. So likewise students, for investing into the foreign companies, foreign companies shares and the own capital and borrowed capital, ADR and GDR. So ADR and GDR basically for the borrowed capital, considered as a borrowed capital. So if you want to be a creditor, or if you want to invest as a borrowed holder or borrowed debt holder of the foreign company, you can invest by ADR and GDR. So full form is already given in the title. So let's understand that students. So due to adoption of free economic policy, you know that our India is following the free economic policy. Every person is free to do the business with anyone in any state, with any country. Export and import are mostly means liberal, most liberal activity are nowadays going to be in Indian economy. So it happens just because of globalization. So globalization is an economic concept students. You might have understood previously what is globalization. Connecting to the global market, not only in the Indian market, connecting to the global market, doing transaction with the global investor, and connecting the trading and cultural activity with all over the world. So that is known as a globalization. So due to the free economic and globalization situation, the shares of Indian company can be listed. Means now the Indian company can sell their share in the foreign market as well. How? There are two ways. So let's see the first way. So listed and traded in the foreign stock exchange like NYSE or Nasdaq. So the first method by which the Indian company can sell their borrowed capital in the foreign market by New York Stock Exchange. NYSE means New York Stock Exchange, and NASDAQ means National Association of Security Dealer Automated Quotation. So these are the two methods via the company can go for the selling of their borrowed capital. They can invite to they can invite for the borrowed capital, that is debenture, bond, deposits, ADR and GDR. So students, how they will list, or they can enroll their shares. So these two are the mode of enrollment in the foreign market. So for enrolling in the NYSE, that is New York Stock Exchange, and National Auto Association of Security and Dealer Automated Quotation, they need to follow, means Indian company need to follow, need to comply means need to complete with the complicated, means very complicated, very rigid, very fixed, very long procedure they have to follow, students. So by avoiding such a complicated policies, so for avoiding such kind of lengthy procedure and complicated policy, Indian company get the shares listed in the foreign exchange indirectly. It's not direct enrollment. ADR and GDR is the indirect mode of enrollment of their securities and borrowed capital. So indirectly using the global depository receipt and American depository receipt. So both GDR and ADR are the dollar euro dominated instrument. Student, the words are many, but the meaning is most of the time same. Instrument mean the certificates, securities, that is instrument is also known as a securities. Okay, so both GDR and ADR are the dollar and euro, means ADR or GDR basically are given in the dollar currency, means US currency, and global currency, that is euro currency, so traded on a foreign stock exchange. Both are the depository receipt. These are nothing but the certificate or receipt. Each receipt contains the fixed number of shares. So depository receipt which are traded in USA, student, are called ADR, and depository receipt which are traded in all other foreign country except the USA are called as a GDR. Okay, students. So all the depository bank issues the GDR and ADR to the investor against the Indian company shares. Okay, so let me explain you why this little equation, students. Suppose they are the investor who wants to invest in the company. I stand for investor, C stand for company. Investor stays in foreign country. Okay, students. So we will say investor stays in foreign company and foreign country, and the company is situated in India. Okay, so now this investors wants to invest in the foreign investor wants to invest in the Indian company, and Indian company also wants to share the sell their shares and securities in the foreign market. So they are having one middleman, and that middleman is bank. Okay, so bank under the stock exchange is called as a depository, students. So you should never get confused. Depositories are nothing but the bank only. So the bank under the stock exchange is known as a depository, middleman. So middleman, what does the middleman or bank do? Bank connect the company with the investor, means bank issues the ADR, bank will issue the ADR and GDR in the name of the company to the investor. Okay, and when the company will give the dividend or interest to the investor, this bank, this depository will convert them into the foreign currency and give it to the investor. So it is an indirect medium of trading in the foreign stock market, students. So the depository bank issues the GDR and ADR to the investor against the Indian company, which I have explained you on the left corner by using the regular equity trading account. Means if the person is having one equity trading account, he can or she can trade it using that account in the foreign stock market as well. So non-resident Indian, NRI and foreign nationals can invest their money in the Indian company. So they can, the foreign person, the person who stays in abroad can invest into the Indian company by buying the ADR and GDR. So Indian company pay the dividend. As now I have explained, Indian company will pay the dividend to the depository bank, the middleman bank, in the home currency, means the Indian currency. Home currency is nothing but the Indian currency, and to the investor and the home currency, and then the depository bank pays such dividend to the investor in their currency. Means the bank will convert the Indian currency which is given by the company into the foreign currency. So GDR are traded in the, so GDR actually it is the extra information. If you don't want to buy it, you can't. So GDR are traded on the London Stock Exchange, student. So you know that ADR, so only it will be traded in US, but GDR are traded in Global Depository Receipt are traded in London Stock Exchange, Luxembourg Stock Exchange, Nasdaq of Dubai, Singapore Stock Exchange, Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So today we have learned the two new types of borrowed capital. Hope you understood this video, student. Be ready for giving the answer. Meet you in the next video very soon. Thank you.